Approximately 17 times, yes. We do have rehearsed
Yeah.
because we had quite an argument going on. We had we were fighting on silly things. We were nervous because
Mhm.
we were told that there would be, I think, one or two panelists.
Okay.
But there were six panelists.
Okay.
So at the room, we were not ready for it, actually. We were not ready for six panelists. And
Hello and welcome to the Skill Sapiens podcast. I'm your host Charvi and I'm super excited to have you with us today. At Skill Sapiens, we bring you inspiring stories and powerful insights from professionals, dreamers, doers, and game changers across industries. Today, we have a very special guest with us, someone who defines spontaneity, leadership, and determination all in one go. Please welcome Ms. Shreya Singh. Shreya is a passionate marketing enthusiast currently pursuing her MBA from Ford School of Management. With strong interest in brand strategy, communication, and consumer behavior, she's already made her mark by leading teams, cracking competitions, and turning ideas into impactful solutions. And most recently, she won the prestigious Techstar Startup Weekend 2025 at IMT Ghaziabad. Shreya, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast with us today, and huge congratulations on your big win.
thank you so much, Charvi. I'm super excited to be here. And I have to say, it still feels a little surreal. Winning the Techstar event was like an unexpected plot twist in a movie, and only better because I got to live it.
True, true, true. So, Shreya, let's start this podcast with the quote you shared in your post. छोड़ देते हैं यार क्या करना है. So tell us how you and your team went from now to let's go win this thing along with the quote.
Yes, it really was that dramatic. I still remember it was a Friday evening, and we were all exhausted, tired from back-to-back lectures. And one of my friend, she just casually said that, guys, there's this startup thing going on at IMT, so should we just register? And the rest of us literally groaned. But then I said, what if we just give it a shot and treat it like an experience? And in the worst case scenario, we'll still get samosa and chai at a new college.
Great,
And
great.
boom, we signed up at the last minute. And that decision was pure gut feel. No strategy, no planning. But we say that sometimes magic begins when you least expect
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's
Sure, that is such a movie moment. From casual reluctance to jumping right in and winning, what a ride. So, do you often make spontaneous decisions like this, or was this out of character for you?
I'm usually a planner. I have color-coded Google calendars, but it was against my all planning trait. And it taught me that spontaneity has its own superpower. Sometimes the overthinking just kills the magic.
So,
So it was a different
so
experience.
are you in general the overthinking types? Like, have you overthought with about participation in any other competition, or this was the first time, Shreya?
This was the first time, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
because in every other competition, I
Hmm.
have a whole full-fledged plan, and it was just raw. It was just without any strategy.
So, Shreya, as I read in your post, day one, your idea got selected. It was about idea selection. That must have been the first big jolt of excitement. Like, can you walk us through what your idea was and what it meant to you and the team, and how did it feel?
Absolutely. We came up with the idea of an app, and we named it Swasth Snap. It was the AI-powered tool that lets people in tier two cities find authentic, affordable healthcare services around them in real time. And it was born from a real-time frustration. Like one of my teammates is from Dhuri. It's a small town in Punjab, and she had to travel 20 kilometers once to find a reliable diagnostic center. So that insight hit us hard, and we realized that while big cities have Practo and 1mg, while small towns are still struggling. So that's the rationale behind it.
That seems such a relevant issue and such rooted real insight. So I remember we had a rural visit and we came across that the health facilities in the rural villages are not up to the mark and people do suffer from very small diseases also make them hospitalized for a long duration
Yeah.
of time. So I get it. So any funny or surprising moment from that first day?
Yes, there are many, but I'll tell you just one. Um, we we just argued, we had an argument at just a silly thing. We argued for hours on just one thing, that what should we name our tool.
Sorry. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm so sorry.
one guy in our team wanted to call it DocuFinder, while the other wanted to call it Health Yar because that sounded catchy. So we spent like hours on this just silly thing, on deciding what should we name our tool.
Yeah,
So that was
great,
a silly thing.
great. So I also heard that the idea, the name came from you. So what was the story behind it? How did you end up getting into such a relevant name?
Okay, so we all, it was just a silly story. We all in our day-to-day life
Yeah.
uses Snapchat. So Snap sounded so catchy to me, and it was related to healthcare services.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we thought of incorporate those two things,
yeah, yeah.
because the people should know that this brand name, actual meaning, what health means and what swasthya, these are two
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing. So we named it a Hindi word, so that people in tier two cities who don't know about the English words, they still should
Yes,
know what it
yes,
means.
yes. I love the idea behind this. It would not make people, not relate with the app because it would be very easy for them to actually relate to it and know what the basic crust behind the
Yeah.
app is. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So now let's talk about switch to day two, the real hustle, mentorship, prototyping, refining your pitch. What was that day like?
Oh, day two, I would first of all like to thank the IMT team, because I feel that day two was the real deal breaker. On day one, we were like, okay, we'll do it, or we'll do it again, or something like that. We were not even serious on day one.
Yeah.
But on day two, when we get to meet and interact with such accomplished industry mentors, we were like, yes, we got so much motivated because they found our idea to be really a problem solving thing. Okay, they appreciated us so much. So they have given, I would like to thank Rahul Lakhmani, Saurav Talwadi. They were our mentors. So they really shaped our ideas and
Yeah.
made us win the competition. So
That's
it
great.
was really a great day.
Yeah. So that sounds something very intense but exciting. So any light bulb moment during those mentor interactions in which you would highlight for all our listeners?
Okay, yes. I remember one mentor said that don't try to sound smart, try to solve a pain.
Yeah.
So that really hit us. That
Yeah.
flipped our approach completely. We ditched the jargon and focused on one question, like how does our product helps anyone from tier two city who is
Yeah.
sitting in his or her home and who needs a healthcare service.
Yeah.
So we really managed and uh, get through it, I would
Yes.
say.
Yes. So one out of the box question, Shreya. So are you and your team currently in? physically working on this idea to actually incorporate it into the real life, or was it just a business pitch for the sake of the competition?
No, I would jump on day three for this
Yeah.
question. One of the panelists
Hmm.
has offered us, literally, he has offered us to invest in our program,
Oh, okay.
invest in our tool.
Yes.
He was that really impressed with us.
Hmm.
So we were like on the time, at the time of pitching also, we were like only for the sake of competition, we are doing it.
Hmm.
But when the all the panelists and all the even the our competitors, they appreciated us and they said that our problem, our solution is really solving a specific and relatable problem. So that's where we got motivated and encouraged, and we are currently working on it slowly and steady,
Getting
but yes, we
investment
are working.
in the first pitch is definitely a push for every person who's aiming to start a startup. Basically, I get it. It's like a major boost for an entrepreneur. There could be
Yeah,
nothing better
yeah,
than this. Yeah.
yeah.
So, since we have jumped on to day three, the showdown day, so tell us everything about day three, the nerves, the preparation, and that final pitch. How did it feel on stage, presenting your vision and mission about your own company as a team?
Charvi, I had palpitations, no joke. We literally had rehearsed the pitch like an uncountable times. I don't remember yet. A day before, on day two, we didn't slept. We were just preparing for the final pitch, our PPTs and all, our presentations. So on day three, we were just scared, I would say, excited, overwhelmed, everything at one. Uh, uh, but after hearing the compliments from the judges, and surprisingly, our competitors were really complimenting us. So that was precious, I would say, a precious moment for us.
Plus, I've also heard that you and your entire team rehearsed the pitch for about 17 to 20 times before actually presenting it on stage. So, is this true, or all are these just humors?
Yeah, approximately 17 times, yes. We do have rehearsed
Yeah.
because we had quite an argument going on. We had we were fighting on silly things. We were nervous because
Mhm.
we were told that there would be, I think, one or two panelists.
Okay.
But there were six panelists.
Okay.
So at the room, we were not ready for it, actually. We were not ready for six panelists, and they are whole accomplished industry experts. So it was really,
Yes. So, Shreya, starting your journey with saying ki, this was just for experience sake and you thought you never gonna win this and you went there for just samosa and chai and all of that, but when did you actually realize that this pitch actually had potential and you were going to win the case?
okay. So I would say after on day two, after hearing from the mentors,
Hmm.
they were the industry experts like giants. So they have complimented us. So that was a turning moment for us
Yeah.
that we believed in our idea. Okay, so we do have a well full-fledged idea. We need to just work on it. So if everything goes well, we can win it.
Yes.
So on day two, we just get motivated and go on track, I would say.
Okay. Okay. So when the moment came, when your team's name was announced as winners, like the winner of the case form, what was going through heads of the people in the team? What was going through your head? How did that feel? And how mesmerized were you guys?
I still remember that day, every moment of it actually. I froze, like actually froze. And it may sound a little dramatic, but our teammates, all teammates, we cried. We legit cried on that moment. Our name was announced, and we were like seeing each other and just thanking God and everyone. And we did a group hug and we went at the stage, and it really felt like unreal. It was just a magical moment, and we were really proud of each other, I would say.
Looking back now and about the case com, what would you say were your biggest takeaways from this whole experience of spontaneously applying to winning it?
Okay, so three things would be first, in every MBA colleges and even in corporates, we say that teamwork is magic. You should know how to work in a team and how to cooperate within a team, how to lead the team and everything. So, firstly, teamwork is magic. We won because we actually had cooperations within ourselves, and we trusted each other actually. So that is one thing. Then don't glamorize ideas. I think people nowadays just want to present a fancy thing, fancy idea, but that idea doesn't had a impact on a problem.
Hmm.
So start focusing on solving a relevant problem
Yeah.
and not taking up irrelevant problems or solutions. Start focus on solving a relevant problem. And third, from my journey, I would say start before you are ready. We were not actually prepared. We don't have a plan, strategy, or anything on day one itself, but we still won it. So start before you are ready. You get to know, you get to learn a lot of new things.
So, what would you advise for the students? Like, how should they pair up and what team should they choose for themselves to take part in a case com? Because that is a very important aspect of it.
Yeah. So I would say choose someone you are compatible with or comfortable with. Because I would say from my journey, in the case competition, we were four people in the group, in a team,
Mhm.
and we four are kind of closest friends in college.
Okay.
But we do still had arguments on silly things, like even on the font size of the PPT. We literally fight on
Yeah.
the font size thing. So you have to sink in the fact that you will make groups with anyone,
Mhm.
but you will still face the problem of that arguments or debate within the team. But you don't have to just leave the group. Okay, just
Yes.
cooperate within yourselves and choose wisely the team members. I would say it really impact your performance.
So I do remember one quote that one of my professors said while teaching. It was that if you have people who will laugh with you at 3 a.m. while debugging the errors for a PPT or any such thing, you're rich. So that is one thing that I would suggest to all the MBA
True.
aspirants who are looking forward to participate in any case comp or any such thing. So, okay, now Shreya, let's shift gears and get into the behind the scenes gossips. Any late night meltdowns, group debates, weird track choice during the brainstorming sessions for the pitch?
Yeah. On day two, I already mentioned that we didn't slept.
Yes.
So during the whole night, we managed to cook Maggie and on the boiler at the hotel room.
Yeah.
We had a argument over a silly things. We I, there was so much going on. There was whole chaos going on during that
Yeah.
night because the next day we had the final presentation. So everybody was frustrated, anxious, excited. So every emotions are going on, but uh, same thing. The teammates are everything. If one had a meltdown, then the other just consoles him or her. So we got connected very well. We got connected really well.
Shreya, since we are talking so much about all the chaos and everything that happened, so what is one suggestion that you would like to give to all the people who are aspiring to participate in CaseCom? How to manage that chaos, how to manage those conflicts, and how to come out of it stronger and make that win happen?
Okay. Firstly, just don't doubt yourself. You are capable. Just think of that. I have not won any competition, any case competition till now, I would say. But still, I managed to participate in one and get the first position. So I also had no confidence in myself. I was just randomly said, "हाँ चलो चलो, case competition है तो चलो." But you have to believe yourself. You can do it. Everybody can do it. And also, I tell you, at the IMT, there was uh, competitors from different colleges also. So
Okay,
one of the team has won, I think, 4 or 5 case competitions till now.
okay.
They were from different college, a good MBA college, and they have won. So we were uh, quite intimidated by them that, oh, they have won so many case competitions and we are new to it. So how will we manage to even get a third position in this case competition?
Yes.
So believe in yourself. They, at the end, they came to us and they appreciated us that your pitch was really smooth and the best of all of them. So believe in yourself. You can do it.
And on a broader note, Shreya, how do you think platforms like tech startups and weekends like this contribute in shaping future leaders or entrepreneurs like you and other students aspiring to be there?
So they put you in the fire. But that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
No classroom can replicate that happens when you are pitching your heart out to a panel of
Yeah.
strangers. You don't know them. You have seen them on a LinkedIn post or at a website. You don't know
Mhm.
them. You learn agility, humility, and hustle.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a beautiful experience you will get.
So you've already achieved so much by winning this case comp and getting an investment as well. So what's next for you? Any future competitions, startup ideas, or professional goals you're excited about and would like to share with our audience?
Yeah. So a little background about myself. I have, I am pursuing CA
Okay.
along with my MBA. So
Mhm.
this November, I would be appearing for my CA finals also.
Okay.
So, and along with that, I'm continuously taking part in different case competitions.
Mhm.
There are so many listed on Unstop, so people should start looking at Unstop because there are so many competitions listed on it. So start registering yourself because you have to take part to know that whether you
Mhm.
are uh, capable of it or not. So start taking part in it. Winning or not, it's just another story. So
So Shreya, thanks for sharing
that's
such a beautiful information that you're also preparing for CA along with your MBA. So is there anything you would like to let our listeners know and understand? Is it easy to prepare for a competitive exam like CA along with something that requires your complete attention with a full-time PhD going on side by side? How easy is it to switch in the both places?
Yeah, so everybody knows there's a myth or a reality, I still don't know, that you get no sleep during your MBAs.
Yes.
So for me, it's not a reality, it's a myth because you just have to manage your time.
Hmm.
Start prioritizing things. If at this time I want to focus on my syllabus of CA, then I'll only do that
Yeah.
and keep aside my MBA thing.
Hmm.
But you should not just focus on only one thing. You should divide your time properly, balancing both the things. So I have made a proper plan, start managing both the things together.
Hmm.
And it's not that I'm giving more attention to CA part and less to MBA because MBA is still very important to me.
Yeah.
And these are two very different paths. Okay, you get to learn a lot of things. CA is all about academics, and in MBA, it's a little academics and a more personality.
Yes. Yes.
It makes your personality.
Yes.
So I'm balancing both the things very well by prioritizing, I
Mhm.
would say.
So, since I've mentioned about it and mentioned about prioritizing and dividing your time perfectly, so there's this one thing that people who are pursuing MBA, 90% of them cry during their trimesters, the first three trimesters. So was that the scene with you? How did it go? How did you manage during the first few trimesters, which turn out to be super busy and you have classes back to back and everything? So yeah,
Yeah, so I would answer it in my context because I have
yeah,
already preparing for CA, so I have so much of capacity, I would say.
yeah,
I'm not show offing, I'm not pretending anything, but I have that capacity because in CA you have to study a lot, I would say.
yeah.
I would not deny this fact. So I had in my capacity built already before MBA that I can sit for 16 hours or 18 hours a day
Okay,
to
okay.
study. So, during trimesters, also a day before, everybody does the same. A day before, you have to sit the whole night and complete the entire
Yeah,
syllabus.
yeah,
And
yeah.
nowadays, it's more easy because you have so
Mm-hmm.
many AI apps like
Yes,
ChatGPT.
true,
You just
true,
have to put in your prompts and it will make you understand everything.
true,
You
true.
just have to use it wisely. That's it. That's the key.
So, Shreya, before we wrap up, let's have a very little fun rapid fire round. So, you need to be very quick with the answers. And yeah, so pitching or prototyping?
Pitching, always. Give me a mic and a story. That's it.
Marketing books or marketing memes?
Marketing memes, like it's a new age case studies, I would say.
True, true, true. So, one brand you dream of working with?
Netflix India, their
Okay,
social media is art.
okay, okay, great. Favorite midnight snack during case prep?
Hmm. I think during every time it's obviously Maggie.
No
Maggie
doubt
is
we have
the
heard that before in the
if
same
you
podcast. Yeah. So, one word to describe your startup weekend journey.
one word, electrifying.
Great, great. So with that, we come to the end. Before we let you go, Shreya, what's that one message you would give to MBA students or young professionals listening who are unsure whether they should take that first leap into competitions or side projects or not?
So do it scared, do it unsure, but do it anyway. Because even if you fall, you will come back with a story. And stories are what makes career, not just
Yes,
certificates.
yes.
Let's be
So
clear.
there's this very beautiful saying that failures are not failures, they are basically steps towards your success. So with that, let's come to the end. Thank you so much, Shreya, for being with us on Skill Sapiens podcast today. Your journey is inspiring, your energy is infectious, and I know our listeners are going to walk away feeling so motivated. To everyone listening our podcast, keep believing, keep experimenting, and remember, sometimes the best decisions are the spontaneous ones. Until next time, this is Charvi signing off. Stay curious, stay bold. Thank you.